Hey everybody, it's Anne the Stampmaven here. I'm just going to get my computer ready and we'll be ready to go here in just 1 second. I promise I will be back. Takes my computer a minute to catch up with everything. All right, let me make sure. Ah, there we are. Good deal. Well, hello. Again, I have my voice back pretty well. I'm still a little bit hoarse, but I think it's going to be better. While we're just waiting for everybody to pop in, I wanted to show you this cute little gift here. And I wanted to remind you, we've got several holidays coming up. We've got Halloween, we've got Thanksgiving, and we've got Christmas. So this little treat is made with one of our clear bags it's actually a clear envelope that we can put our cards in. You can get these bags from Stampin' Up, or you can find them on the internet. This is just crinkle paper that you can get at the dollar store, whatever. This is strawberry gum and strawberry chapstick. And then this uses our strawberry stamp set, stamped, cut out, a sentiment, a little piece of cardstock, and designer series paper. So I just wanted to show you that because, sometimes we think, oh, I've got to make the best gift ever, or I need to outdo my friend, whatever. No, just think your coworkers, neighbors, maybe if you do Halloween or trunk or treat like our church does for the kids, think about something like that, because it's not so much what's in the bag, it's the thought that you made the bag, right? All right, let me pop over here and see who's here. I see Maria's here and Carol's here, and I think we're going to have some others check in. I am going to flip my camera around here, and we almost lost it, but I saved it. So here we're going to come back so I can get it all set to show you what I have for you tonight. All right, so let's get started. First, what I wanted to show you that I'm going to be working with tonight is actually on page 9 of our mini catalog. It is the Gingerbread and Peppermint Memories and More pack and the envelopes. Now, these little Memories and More kits, we also have some in our annual catalog on page 127. I think you've seen me do a Facebook Live, actually a couple of them, with the hand pinned, and we also have a What a Year. There's also a binder and pages if you want to use these as memory keeping. But what I'm going to show you tonight is how you can use these cards to make a card like this. And I am going to get to that, but I wanted to show you. Here is another one. Isn't that cute? The card started out. Here is the Memories and More card. And here's the envelope. And it's got the seal on the back. So all I did, I folded it, and then I took one of the Memories and More cards and the stickers. This was printed on here. I give baked goods at Christmas, and I usually like to do a little tag. Some people get a card. So these Memories and More cards make it so easy to do that. And the one that I'm going to use tonight is this gingerbread one. It comes with all of these cool double-sided cards. These are the 3x4. It's also got these cool little, there's white ones and there's black ones. I guess they're white on one side and black on the other, duh. And then we've got all these great stickers. Those are not stickers. Let me find the rest of them. These right here. You get 2 full cards of each one, and I'm going to show you a couple different ways to use these stickers. And then you've got the 4x6 cards that you can do as recipe cards. Here's one like this. Now, the thing that's really neat is these coordinate even if you don't get the stamp set, the dies, or anything. There is this cool 6x6 gingerbread and candy paper that coordinates with these cards. So you could make all your Christmas cards if you wanted to using these packs. This card I think would be so cool. It's one of the 4x6 ones that I cut down, and I would just layer it probably on a colored cardstock rather than white. But what I think would be really cool is to trim around this and then pop it up on dimensionals on the inside, because then it would poke through this paper. But you've also got this. And these are, I think, the cards themselves, the pack of the cards, and you get like, I don't know, over 100, I think. They're only $11, and the cards and envelopes, and I believe you get 20 cards and 20 envelopes. Those are $10. I mean, you really can't go wrong with that. Okay, so let's get down to business here. Oh, and the other thing I love, you'll probably think this is kind of goofy, but it comes with these great chipboard, cardboard pieces that back them. These are so good to use, like to cut out templates or even to use as a mat when you're stamping. So, hey, let's be frugal. We don't want to throw anything away, do we? All right, here is the star of the show tonight. So, what I did is I took a piece of 8.5, well, it was actually 8.5 by 11 of our basic white thick cardstock, chopped it in half, scored it at 4 1/4, and so that makes my card base of 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and we're just going to give it a quick with our bone folder. Now, this is one of the Memories and More cards. So I thought, look at this. It fits perfectly right down on here. So I'm going to bring in my mat, and I'm going to just get my adhesive on here. I know, the one drawback if you use these cards is you're going to have one side that you're not going to use, but hey. And you can, of course, do it like this or like this. It doesn't matter. So now we're going to just, I like to get it down and get my diagonals and then pop it into place. Okay, the next thing on here is my old olive cardstock. And what that is, if you want to write it down, is 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. Okay, and that would be my next mat. Now you'll notice I didn't make it even all the way around, and that's by design. If you wanted to chop off probably another 1/8 or 1/4 of an inch, it would be even. But sometimes I like to vary my matting pieces so they look, just a little more interesting. All right, so let's get this on here. Okay, get that down. And of course, you could put dimensionals on here if you wanted. Now, this right here started out as this card. And this is the back, and this is the front. So it was like this when I cut it. Well, look how easy it is to trim this. I don't know if you can see, but there's a little box all the way around here, excuse me, where if you used it in memory keeping, you'd journal on here, but we're not going to do that. This line goes all the way here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick it in my trimmer, and since my trimmer has a mark on it right here, I am going to start it right where that little mark is. I'm going to cut up there. I'm going to turn it around and do the same thing here. Okay, now I left a little bit right next to the ornament because I can always go in and cut that, but if I had gone too far, then you would see where I cut. Now, all I'm going to do on this is I'm going to go around, and the technical term is fussy cut. Now, it takes some practice, but if you turn your paper and you keep your scissors straight, it is much easier to cut out. And then I just lift up my scissors when I get to a point. Okay, and I just want to make sure I get right to that line. Okay, and then I'm going to just come in here and cut that off. Voila. All right, now I missed a little bit here, so I'm just going to go right back in there and snip that off. Okay, now you've got this piece left to use, or if you want to journal, you can put something else behind here. Put it on here and still use this card, so nothing is wasted. Okay, now see how that's going to fit right on here? Doesn't that look cool? Now, again, on this card, I put dimensionals on the back, but what I'm going to do right now is just put it down flat, and then you're going to see what I'm going to do with my little sentiment pieces. Okay. So we're going to get this. Whoops, I want a little bit more right there. Okay, because I don't want it popping up. All right, and then I'm going to just get that on here, right here. Now, you could leave it just like this and stamp on the inside, but I want to jazz it up a little. So I've got this card right here. It's beginning to taste a lot like Christmas. Well, I don't want this whole thing on there. So all I'm going to do is come in and I'm going to cut around this Christmas. Okay. Now, the thing is, once I do that, I'm going to have that card left. Well, we're not going to throw that away because, let me get this cut out, because we can save that. Let me get this done here. We can save that, chop it off, and if you wanted to use this on another card, it's beginning to look a lot like, okay, then we're going to come in and we're just going to even this up, okay? So see, now I got this nice edge there, and what I would do is get one of my other stamp sets, and let's find one, if I've got it in front of me here with my words. I'm sure I've got a Christmas stamp somewhere. Let's see, a wish for everything. Nope. I guess I've got it packed. But anyway, all you would have to do is get a different stamp set and stamp the word Christmas. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Or, you know, you could stamp it on another piece of paper and pop it up to create interest. So the point is, don't throw it away. Look here, you could even cut off this part right here, mount this, do your stamping, and then put it on red. Or do you see this candy right here? All of this matches this designer series paper. I mean, guys, there's so much you can do with this, and it is not that expensive. Okay, so now I have my Christmas, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my dimensionals, and look here, I have got some of my edges left here from when I used all the dimensionals. So I am just going to cut this, and then slipped under here, but that's no worries. We've got our piece of dimensional here, and we are going to pull that off. Then we're going to stick it on the back of our word. Okay, then we're going to peel off the other little part. Don't ever throw those away. We don't want my hair in there. Okay, then we're going to stick our Christmas down here. Let me jump over here and see if you guys have any questions for me real quick. Okay. Oh, Pam Simmons, I know Facebook has been late or has been off all day. Okay. No questions. That's cool. All right. Now, you might wonder how I did this merriest. Okay. So, remember I showed you our stickers. All right. Here is our stickers. So, I cut out the merriest here. And as a matter of fact, I've already done it here, and I wanted to show you. I used this punch, this label punch, and then I just came in, actually I did it this way, and I just punched around the Merry's Christmas. Now, I trimmed off this part here, because I just wanted it Merry's Christmas. Now, I'm not going to use the Merriest Christmas on here. I would use it on something else, but I am going to cut it here because I want to show you exactly how I did it. Well, let's see here. So first off, I'm going to just come right along the merriest. And I want to save the Christmas because I may use that again. So you have to be a little bit careful, but hey, we all passed kindergarten, right? So we should be able to do our cutting. All right, did I get that here? I think I did. Yep. All right. Now, what I'm going to do, just because it's going to make it easier, I'm going to peel that off of here, and I'm going to save this. Guys, you could use this piece on a card as well. Don't throw it away. All right, so now we're going to, where's the one I just had? Here it is. Okay, so I'm going to come in with the scissors right here. Didn't quite go in. It's the sticky back, so that does make it a little bit challenging, but we are going to get it. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to just come right here, right up there on that merriest, and look. Okay, there's my merriest, but wait, we're not done yet. Notice that I've got the red here on the back. So all I did, I found a little piece of red on this card right here. And I can't actually find the one that I cut it out. So we're going to do it again because if I do the memories in the making, I will just cut it out here and I will use it. So what I'm going to do is line this up. So I've got my little edge, and then I'm going to just come right here, snip, and we're going to snip, and I don't think you can see it, but there is a little bit of a pattern on this card too. Okay, and then I'm going to come back here to try to even it up a little, and voila! So again, I'm going to take part of my dimensional right here, bring in another one here. I'm going to just cut it right here and right here. I just tell you guys, I love using these cards. You know, a lot of my customers, you know, buy everything I show them. And of course, I love that and I'm appreciative. But I also know there are a lot of us on budgets, especially the way COVID has been. And I know people want to make cool cards, but they may not have $100, $80 to buy everything. Okay, so how's that looking? Pretty good, but wait, we're not done yet. Do you notice the little bows that are on there? 1, 2, 3. So what I did, and I've done one ahead of time, and I'm going to show you 2 ways to do the other one. This is just our linen thread, and I'm going to take a glue dot, stick it on the back, peel off that little backing, and then I'm just going to stick it on top of that ornament. Isn't that cool? Now, let me bring in my linen thread. Who knows what bunny ears are when I say it? Bunny ears are how many of us taught our kids to tie their shoes. So you make 2 bunny ears, and then you bring one of the loops back through like this, and then you pull, and voila, you've got a perfect bow. You just need to move your loops and make them the size you want them to be. Mine, whoops, that guy's a little too small. Okay, so we're going to do this one. Then I actually, normally if I'm doing it, I wouldn't have this much left over, because the reason I leave it on here is so I can control how much waste I have. So let's go ahead and I'm going to trim those a little smaller. Let's get our glue dot and put it on the back here. All right, and let's get another one. We're going to put this one right here. Okay, we've got that. Now, the last way, still leave it attached on your spool. Make one loop, go around this way, voila. So no matter how you make your loops, it doesn't matter. Some people find bunny ears easier. Some people like to just do the single loop and wind it around. So let's get this one cut. Okay, and then I'm going to get one more little glue dot. Put that on here. Hopefully it cooperates. Yes. Okay, then we're going to put this little loop right here. And we've got our 3 bows. Now, one thing else you could do. This is my Wink of Stella. I love, love Wink of Stella. You can take and just glitz up your ornaments. And just go along with your loopies and do that. And then maybe on this one, just do here. Now, you probably can't see it on this, but you can do that. Another thing you can do, let me show you really quickly if you want to jazz it up. Get out your pearls and get your Stampin' Blend, and let me put it here so you can see it. Then color your pearls with your Stampin' Blends. Okay, I'm going to do 3. I always like to do 3, 5, 7, my odd numbers. Okay, give that just a quick little blow. It'll be dry. And then we're just going to pop these little pearls right on our card. Let's put one there. And you could do different sizes. I just happened to grab one that is the same size. And look at that. Okay, so they're basically the same card. I've just jazzed this guy up with pearls. And I want to see if I can do this so you guys can see the wink. I just love Wink of Stella. It just makes stuff so awesome with the glitter and glitz. Who else loves glitter and glitz? All right, and then we're just going to put it down here. Okay. Well, I still don't think you can see that, but trust me, it's there. Okay, let me see real quick. If you have a comment or question, type it in the box here for me. Oh, Carol, you like the memories and more. Me too. And I know you've gotten a bunch of them. So I will probably share some more on the site as I decide which ones I'm going to do. This card right here, I love it. And you know, you could even just see how it's got the holes right here. This would make such a cute tag to put on. Have you ever made those layered cookies where you take a mason jar and then, you put in like some flour, some brown sugar, a layer of chocolate chips, and then all the person adds maybe is the egg, maybe a little water or milk, and you give them the recipe? How cool would this be to cut that out and then like do your recipe in the shape of a star, and if you had multiple pages, you could put that on there. Oh, I think I'm going to have to try that. Well, the other thing I wanted to mention really quickly, I've started my 12 weeks of Christmas. This is my annual free exclusive 12 weeks of Christmas cards, Christmas gifts, and bags, tags, and wraps ideas. I post the pictures with all the directions in my newsletter. I shouldn't say I post them. I send them in an email at 1 o'clock on Wednesdays for 12 weeks. I started it on September 29th, so you can still jump on the train. What you want to do is go to stampmaven.com, and then up in the right-hand corner, you can sign up for my newsletter. And this is my free gift that I do every year. I've been doing this now, I don't know, probably close to 10 years. I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Next year it'll be 20 years, and I'm sure I'll be doing special things all throughout the year to celebrate. So anywho, I hope you enjoyed this live and learning how to play with these memories and more cards. I know we would have had a lot more people had Facebook not been off during the day, because I didn't even know Facebook was back up till my dear friend Carol told me. So thanks, Carol, for letting me know, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye-bye.